Hey everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander Score Studio. Welcome to the show. So, I don't know if you can tell, but I am really excited because finally, these huge cards in Commander are now finally budget. And when I say budget, I mean less than $1, even within my budget. Now we can start utilizing these cards as well. There have been some of these cards that, again, like literally since I started playing Commander, were not budget. And some of those prices just kept going up to even higher amounts that were nowhere near what I, could use within my own budget restrictions. So, yeah, some reprints really helped. Let's jump into some cards that you should be considering picking up right now because their prices probably have never been lower. I mean, never have been lower in like the past however many years, again, literally since I started playing Commander. These prices are just finally to a point where they are very budget friendly, and you should be picking them up as well. So let's jump into it. First up, Sol Ring. That's right, the #1 card in Commander. A card that probably, if they redid the Commander format and just like, put all the cards here, these should be used, these should not be used. Sol Ring probably would be banned if they started things over. That's just how powerful this card is. It's crazy. Okay, anyways. Sol Ring is an artifact for one that has tap for colorless. Basically overpowered mana rock. Nothing else is anywhere close to it that is currently legal except for mana crypt, which is incredibly broken essentially, and probably would also be banned if they like restarted Commander or whatever, just kind of time machine and went back and was like, yeah, that's probably not a good idea, because they pretty much banned all the other fast mana. But yeah, these two things, and Mana Vault as well probably, are pretty crazy. But those other ones are nowhere near budget friendly. This one finally is, again, 89 cents. I never thought I'd see the day where this is finally budget friendly. Ironically, Wayfarer's Bauble, when I started the channel, was 12 cents. Love that card, obviously. It spiked all the way up to like $4, over $4. It was more expensive than Sol Ring at the time. That one got reprinted finally a couple of times, a good amount of times now. Thank you, Wizards, for finally doing that. It now is budget friendly. This one, again, so Sol Ring kind of like got passed like by Wayfarer's Bauble, then passed again, when it comes to like out of budget and then budget again. Sol Ring finally is going down. Not quite to Wayfarer's Bauble because, Sol Ring just sees, an absurd amount of play. And even if they keep reprinting in every single Commander product, it's still probably going to be at least around $1. But yeah, with this reprinting, I believe Commander Masters was the last reprinting of it, dropped it down. So there you go. 89 cents currently. Definitely pick it up if you've been waiting for it to drop down. Or yeah, if you just want to pick up a couple because you're not going to be making some decks, make sure you pick that up. Next up, Talisman of Progress. My goodness, finally Wizards. Finally Wizards decided to reprint this one in an actual way in Commander Masters. Talisman of Progress is one of the talismans, obviously. Artifact for 2, taps for a colorless, tap for a white or a blue, deals 1 damage to you. So, yeah, 1 damage is absolutely nothing in Commander. Again, you start at 40 life. 1/40th of your life is not a big deal at all. So, again, this is a great mana rock that you can utilize right away, to either just add a colorless, which is great, or to fix your mana for a little bit of damage. That's okay. All the other talismans, essentially, Wizards made, like, the 5 new talismans, which were budget-friendly for a while, and also got some reprints, too, I think. But then also, like, the older talismans, like, started getting reprints here and there, and Talisman of Progress is one of them, and for some reason, that one never got one. And then finally they did, and now it's finally dropped its price. It was like I think it was like an over $10 card at one point, and now it's finally 94 cents. So we'll see how long that one is going to stay underneath $1. Probably not very long, but yeah, if you are building any kind of a deck that is utilizing, well, I guess today an Azorius deck, then yeah, you should be definitely considering this one's a fantastic mana rock. Speaking of which, one from my childhood that I remember one of my friends had, and I was just like, why is that good? Thran Dynamo. Yeah, an incredible card. I did not, when I was like 12, I definitely did not understand the concept of why mana rocks are so good. There you go. Artifact for 4. I just wanted the big worms. I was like, 6/6 worm in play. Yes, let's do it. Cool. Artifact for 4. It has tap for colors. So 3. Again, when compared to Sol Ring, this is just hot garbage, right? I guess everything is. Because Sol Ring's like, yeah, I cost 1 and give you 2. This one's like, yeah, I cost 4 and give you 3. Nowhere near as efficient, but so this is crazy efficient when it comes to just, and compared to a lot of ramp sources out there, outside of like Sol Ring, Mana Crypt. This one is just crazy good though. Again, like, typically when you've got 4 mana for a mana rock, like Hedron Archive, those, like, sure, they tap for 2, but they'll give you like something else. Sure, okay, cool, you have something else, like you can sacrifice to draw cards. This one's like, no. I'm just here for the mana. Just here for the mana, cool. Tap for 3. This just hypercharges you. Again, literally, if you don't do anything else for a ramp, right? If you just do land, turn 4 of this, all of a sudden, Next turn, another land. You're at 8 mana. You just skyrocket yourself so much further with this card, and yeah, it's crazy good. So yeah, if you're in a deck that really likes to ramp quickly and ramp effectively and ramp efficiently, yeah, you can do some pretty crazy things with this. 65 cents right now, a fantastic, fantastic deal. Definitely pick this one up. I mean, this doesn't help you fix your mana, but still there's some decks out there. Again, a monocolor deck, a two-color deck is not going to care that much about that. If you care about ramp, you care about getting things out, yeah, make sure you're doing that. My original Nezal deck, I think it was the first video of this channel, would have absolutely loved this card if it was budget friendly at the time. Yeah, turn 2, Mana Rock. Like, there's so many Mana Rocks out there now that tap for 1 and turn 2. Do that. Turn 3, all of a sudden you get this out. Turn 4 now, you've got access to an absurd amount of mana. Have fun. Moving on, let's move on to an enchantment, Darksteel Mutation. This is a crazy good removal spell in Commander, especially because, well, many players out there build entire decks around their commander, and the entire deck really doesn't work if their commander's not in play. So there you go. Darksteel Mutation saying, hey, you can have your commander, but it's not your commander. Enchantment or enchant creature for 1 and a white. Enchant creature is an insect, artifact creature, base power number 0/1. It has indestructible and loses all other abilities, card types, and creature types. Typically, you don't want to give your opponent's creatures indestructible. This one, you do, because you're like, hey, I'm going to turn your commander into not your commander, and it's not going to do anything for you. Oh, and also, it's going to be really hard for you to take out, so you can't just like, yeah, I'll block with it, and then all of a sudden it's back in my command zone so I can recast it. Or like, yeah, I'll swing, and hey, can you block my commander so I can get it back, please? I'll help you out later. No, that's not how this works, because essentially you are going to say, no, unless you've got a way to deal with this mutation, or another way to like exile your commander, or whatnot, bounce your commander. Then it's gone. Then it's just basically this tiny little bug that does absolutely nothing. So that's how it goes. Yeah, a crazy good one. Seen a couple of reprints recently, finally dropping down to just 39 cents right now, an absolute steal for this card. So yeah, I mean, especially if you're using an Aura's deck, make sure you consider it. And yeah, if you just have that friend that's kind of annoying about their commander and you really want to shut them down, they're like, my Urza deck's the best. Ha 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 ha. You're like, Urza's a bug now. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Land ramp, not land ramp, land fixing, land getting, I don't know. Anyways, crop rotation, a crazy cool card. Instant for a single green mana. Additional cost, cast spell, sacrifice a land, search life for a land card, play that card of the battlefield, then shuffle. This is, well, useful in a couple of different scenarios. First of all, this is really good in landfall, because landfall decks, well, they like when lands come into play, and this is just, hey, yeah, free landfall. Go get whatever land you need. It can be like free double landfall in a way if you go get like a bounce land to bounce something else back to your hand to like replay it or whatnot, essentially. This can just be a very, very good card for those kinds of decks. Landfall decks love, yeah, just taking advantage of lands coming into play and out of play. But also, hey, just if you've got a deck that could really utilize a specific utility land, I mean, when I say like utility land, I'm typically thinking about like more budget-friendly ones. But also, hey, yeah, if you got Gaia's Cradle, you spent like $600 on a Gaia's Cradle, yeah, you're going to want to get that out. And this is a great way to do so by just saying, okay, I've got a forest in play, sacrifice it. Gaia's Cradle's in play, and all your friends dislike you and try to take you out from that. Make sure you're in a good position to actually win from there, because they'll probably just come after you. But yeah, a way to essentially tutor out the exact land that you need for the situation that you're in. Of course, there are combos with lands as well, like, what is it, Thespian Stage, Dark Depths, so this can also help with those kinds of decks too. But yeah, I mean, if you're doing landfall, if you just want to be able to fix your mana with this, if you just want to be able to combo with certain lands or just get really effective utility lands, make sure you're doing that. Of course, there are also lands out there that can take care of creatures or other things as well, so make sure you're considering this. A really cool card. Moving on. Path to Exile, now a budget-friendly card, a fantastic removal spell. Instant for a single white mana, exile target creature controller may search their life for a basic land, put that card on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Now, ramping your opponents is not a great thing, but yeah, if they've got like an Eldrazi in play and it's indestructible and you're like, how do I deal with that? Oh, great, yeah, I've got a Path to Exile, which is now just 68 cents, one of the top played cards in Commander, because yeah, it works in a fantastic way. Get rid of their creature, get rid of the biggest threat on the board permanently for a single white mana at instant speed, and sure, they go get a basic. You just ramp them by 1. Oh no, oh darn. Yeah, that was worth the trade. So a very, very good removal spell. There's a reason why. I think it's in the top 10 most played cards in Commander of all time. And yeah, there's a reason why. It's so effective, so efficient. Now, it is efficient when it comes to its budget as well. Again, just 68 cents. Next up, one whose price has dropped a ton as well. Nearly the same thing, but slightly different. Swords of Plowshares, instant for a single white mana. Again, exile target creature its controller, gains life equal to its power. So this one, again, there's a trade-off on each one. Typically, you're probably going to be a little, depending on the time of the game and whatnot, you're probably going to be more okay with this, them just gaining some life than actually just giving them a land. It depends, I guess, really. But still, both are incredibly efficient, incredibly effective removal spells. Again, one that is one of the top played cards in Commander, and now Again, just 81 cents currently. So if you don't have these yet, make sure you pick them up. Great removal for your decks out there that do have white in them. Speaking of which, generous gift. Yeah, Beast Within in white started off as a budget card, and I was so surprised to see it as a budget card, and then it really quickly got over $1. So yeah, it got out of my budget in absolutely no time. Let me just read through it really quick. Destroy target permanent's controller creates a 3/3 green elf and creature token, instant for 2 and a white. So yeah, Beast Within in white, which is probably the color that should have been in originally. Green usually isn't supposed to be able to just deal with creatures in that way outside of like fighting. So yeah, now white has access to it as well. And this, again, and now you, like me, should have access to it if you've got the budget for it as well at 52 cents. A fantastic card, a great removal spell, incredibly flexible, take out basically anything. Yeah, you give them a 3/3, but what's a 3/3 in Commander? It's really not all that big of a deal. So yeah, a really, really good card. And it was reprinted at Common, so yeah, that dropped its price a ton. So there you go. Finally, Counterspell. This is one that for the longest time had hovered at just above $1 to around $2. Finally started getting some more reprints, knocking it down, and it was just like on the edge. It was like $1.02, and I was just like, come on. I mean, there's plenty of great counterspells out there, right? There's like Negate, there's Unwind, there's a lot of great ones out there that can deal with spells. Counterspell, though, is the OG and just deals with pretty much everything, right? 2 mana, blue, instant speed, counter target spell, fantastic, efficient, effective, amazing. Now just 46 cents finally, again, because Commander Masters reprinted it at Common. Thank you for doing that. Dropped its price again. It was around 99 or $1 or $1.02. Just kept hovering around there, and I could never know if I was able to use it for a deck or not, and finally just tanked its price. So now it is incredibly budget friendly. So again, if you, like me, have been waiting for this to drop into budget territory, pick it up. Pick it up for, I'm not going to say every single one of your blue decks, but yeah, if you got counter spells in your blue deck, this is probably the best counter spell that you can really, I mean, okay, I guess there's like mana drain in those, but those aren't budget. But yeah, anyways, a fantastic, amazing counter spell is counter spell, obviously. So make sure you're considering that as well. Regardless, yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on these. Let me know how happy you are that these are finally budget friendly, less than $1. And yeah, make sure that you pick some of them up as well. Make sure you check out that card list link in the description below and pick some up if yeah, you need them for your decks. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on all this. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. We also have a ton of brand new t-shirt designs in stock, so make sure you check out those as well. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG Player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.